Hi everyone, and welcome to And So On. My name is Lisa, and I'm coming to you from chilly Toronto. If this is your first time here, this is my channel about sewing, knitting, and all the things that are going on in my life, and I hope that you will stick around. If you are a returning visitor, thank you so much. I always appreciate when you guys show up and watch these videos and give me a like and tell me what you're thinking, or give me a thumbs down. Hey, that's your prerogative. But I always love when you comment and let me know what is going on in your sewing world and give me lots of opinions on the things that I'm doing. It is always so much fun. So today I'm going to tell you what I'm excited about making in 2018, and I am partnering with the lovely Michelle from Matchpoint Fabrics, and you guys might remember the interview that I did with her right at the start of her business. She was just a couple months in, and I'll put the video for that up here. And she actually reached out to me and said, I want to do a giveaway for your viewers, which I was like, wow, that's so great, so generous. So I'm gonna let her announce what that giveaway is, but stick around to the end and you'll see the beautiful fabric giveaway and get all the deets. So Michelle and I each picked 3 different patterns that we're looking forward to making in 2019. Now 2019 is going to be a big year of change for me and my family, and I'll get into that in the coming weeks. There'll be a little bit of stuff going on, and obviously this venue is going to change because we're selling this house. So yeah, I'm excited, and my sewing plans for me are also very, very exciting. So I purchased 2 patterns back when everything was on sale, kind of Black Friday-ish, and I printed them off, so I want to show you. So this is the first time that I have done large format printing, and you guys might remember that I did a video about Net Printer, and I'll put that up there. And I also talked about previously how I mostly put together my PDF patterns on my big window here that's in front of me, because that's, was the easiest thing for me, was to print at home. And for some reason it's gotten to the point where it's starting to get on my nerves. I don't like doing it. So I haven't done that much. I think I've done 1 in the last little while. And a friend of mine, her name is Lissa. Her handle is actually Lissa, not Melissa. But I think that I actually was just, anyway. I'm going to link Lissa below, and she is lovely, and she actually did an Insta story where she had found a place in Toronto that did reasonable printing of patterns, because local reasonable printing of patterns in Canada is pretty abysmal, I gotta say. And so I printed off 3 patterns. I printed off, well, I won't tell you in advance because those are 2 of my 3, but I printed off 3 patterns and it was $14. So that's pretty good. I went and picked it up. It's not close to me. It's kind of on the other side of the city, but it was like a 20-25 minute drive, so not so bad. This is one of the ones that I printed that I'm not putting on my list today, and that's the Palisade pants by Papercut Patterns, and I will put a picture of that in here. So I think those are kind of more springy pants, and we do have a trip coming up down south, and one thing I'm making is for that, but I think I'm gonna wait to make these until closer to spring when I can wear them more. We've actually had a really mild winter. About a week ago, it was 8 degrees here, which is crazy. Usually it's, well below 0. Today, it's very bright and sunny and beautiful, and it is colder, but we haven't had that kind of crazy frigid winter that we can sometimes have. And we're going to be in Mexico for 2 weeks in February, so we'll miss a good chunk of the rest of it. So yeah, we felt really lucky. I want to show you guys what I'm wearing today. This is my toaster. Last week for the 1 week 1 pattern challenge, I did my 1 pattern was the toaster sweater, and I will link the video where you can see all the toasters that I made, but this is my long dress version. So let me get up and show you. So here it is. I did shorten it a little bit from the original. It was like ground length, and I found that just too long and just not practical. And I also had a drawstring waist, which I took out because I prefer it with the belt. I don't know, the drawstring waist just felt a little not polished enough, I guess. I guess that's what it is. I mean, I could have left it in, and I can certainly put it back in. The holes are still there. I can string it through, but I love this belt that I got at Madewell, and I'm using that instead. So yeah, that toaster pattern is just the best. I actually think it changed my sewing because it introduced me to knits. It got me comfortable with knits. There's 2 patterns in there. It got me used to hacking. A lot of this is the same. I mean, these long cuffs are the same. The neckline is the same. All of this is the same. I just lengthened it to the floor, right? I used I did use the Florence pattern from Sew Over It to sort of give me a shape, but really you could just lengthen it to the floor. You don't really have to do that, right? And I had a separate skirt. I just took the waistband off the bottom of the top, added the skirt, and went from there. So yeah, I love this. And actually I don't wear this sweater very much, but when I put it on today, I was like, ooh, this is a good one. I'm gonna wear it more often. Okay, so on to the 3 patterns I'm going to make. The first one is one that I have made before, and it's actually not technically a pattern. It's the Caftan by Liesl Gibson, done for Creative Bug. And if you haven't visited Creative Bug, I've talked about it many times in the past. That was also kind of what helped me get into knitting and sewing, is the beginner program, classes on that website. And they do have a 14-day free trial. So if you like this, you could go and just try it out and get the instructions. I made one last year as a, as a beach cover-up. And I think I'm going to do it for this. So let me show you. So this is a vintage tablecloth that I found at Value Village yesterday for $4. And the needlework is beautiful. I'm quite sure it was hand done. And I just love it. I love the colors and the tones. You don't often see them sort of with this kind of slightly tone on tone, pink and purple. Let me hold it up for you. So this is the whole thing. It's a square. It is big, but not enormous. And so I maybe could squeeze a skirt out of it, but honestly, I don't wear skirts a ton. I kind of either wear dresses or shorts in the summer. I don't wear skirts as much, and I have a few that I love. So I want to make a caftan out of this. And I think that I can make it so that this, let me show you, so that this center section becomes the center. So there'll be a cut down here. And then I have the beautiful patterns on my shoulders and on my side. And I think, given the tutorial with the width of the fabric, I think that what I can do is basically cut. I'm going to lose this last band. Maybe I can do something else with it. But basically, I'll cut it off here and hem it. And then I can use the hems that are already there. I can keep the full motif except for the outside band. And yeah, so I think it's going to be great. I'm really, really excited. Hey, does anyone have any experience washing stuff like this? Because I thought of putting it in the washer, not in the washer, sorry, not in the washer, I promise. I was thinking of just putting it in a bin with some soak, which is the wool cleaner, just because you don't have to rinse it out. You can just kind of mush it and leave it. And I thought maybe that might be good, but then I thought, do I even need to bother? I don't know. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to throw it in the washing machine. Opinions? What do you think? Let me know. So the second pattern I want to make is the Tabor V-neck by Sew House 7. And of course, Sew House 7 made this pattern, the toaster, and this is their V-neck version. And I've seen Pins and Pinot make a really beautiful, Elizabeth File from Pins and Pinot make a really, really cute version. And I actually bought this when it first came out. And again, all of a sudden being against printing out patterns showed up and I didn't make it. So I added that to my order when I ordered these printed patterns the other day, or the printing at the print shop, and I have that. So always I like to do a wearable muslin for a first try rather than use up, something that's really, really special. So for this first one, I'm going to use this red French terry that I got at that big fabric haul that I did there last year at a men's boutique. So I'll link that above if you haven't seen that yet, or below if I don't have any cards left. And yeah, this is awesome. So I love this. It's nice and it's warm, but it's light. It's red. My husband's been lamenting lately that all I wear is navy. I like navy. Navy's awesome, but I also like red. So I'm going to make my first version out of this. I have quite a lot of it. And then if I do like it, I have a few other things that I'll make with it as well. So I'll show you those later. And the last pattern I'm really looking forward to making is the Pinnacle top, also by Papercut Patterns. And I've been seeing this quite a lot on Instagram lately. I'll put in a photo. If you're interested, go to Instagram and search the hashtag Pinnacle top. I can even link it below. It's really, really interesting to see all the different makes of it. And it can be short sleeve, it can be long sleeve, it can be woven, it can be like a sweatshirt or a sweater. It has a very deep V, but then there's also a little thing that you can fill it in to make it, just the shape of it without having, a revealing neckline. So one thing is that people often have said when I look at the hashtag that they've had to size down quite a bit. So I definitely don't want to use my fancy fabric, my fancy pants fabric, until I'm sure that I like the fit. So I have two different options. One is to use these two different colors of quilted, these are quilted like sweatshirt material that I got at Fabricland. So this one here has like a V, has sort of a slight chevron, and this one here does not. It's just like the waffle. But I think they go well together, and I think it could show off those two pinnacle shapes really, really well. And I don't have enough of them to do them in one color. So I thought that could be really cool and really interesting. The other option is, because we are going to Mexico in a few weeks. Oops, I don't know what that was. I'll figure it out later. Because we are going to Mexico in a few weeks, I have this red linen that I got at the Textile Museum of Canada sale last year. I have a lot of it, so I wouldn't be wasting anything. And it's just a really nice weight of linen, and I'm pretty sure it's a blend. It didn't say on it, but it's not crunchy enough to be full linen, but you know, it's got that feel, and I thought that would also be really nice for the trip. So those are the three things I want to make, and I also have other things on my cutting table, but I'll let you know next time, because this is all about what we're making in 2018. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it over to Michelle, and she's going to tell you what she is interested in making this year, and she is also going to announce the giveaway.
Hey, and so on viewers, this is Michelle. I'm the owner of Matchpoint Fabrics. So we provide dead stock fabrics. Dead stock is fabric that is already produced, be it leftovers from a fashion designer or overstock from a mill. So we source that, and also sustainable fabrics like linens, tencels, organic cottons, silk and oils, and more. And all are certified by Made By's Environmental Benchmark. So now that the businessy stuff is over with, I would love to share my 3 patterns I'm most excited to sew in 2019. So number 1, without a doubt, are Anna Allen's Philippa pants. They're not even released yet, but she's posted about them on her Instagram, and they look like they're going to be the Persephone's, just with a tapered leg. So they'll have that high-waisted kind of squeezy fit, but with the tapered leg, so I'm super excited about that. Excuse me. And yeah, she recommends sewing those in a heavyweight canvas or heavyweight twill. The second pattern I'm super excited to sew is the sky jumpsuit that Papercut just released. I don't know why I'm so excited to sew this. I've just been looking for a basic jumpsuit with sleeves and kind of flowy legs for a really long time. And there are also some really good mods with that as well. And they recommend any lightweight drapey fabrics. So a lot of our fabrics would be great for that. Our silk and oil, our lyocell twills, the saffia would be perfect for that. And yeah, and the final thing I'm super excited to sew this year, just thinking ahead to wedding seasons especially, is the Papercut Ravine dress. So it has a beautiful dramatic low back, and it's cut on the bias, and it's just really classy and simple. So I'm also excited to announce a little giveaway I'll be doing. Lisa can give more details, but essentially, see if I can show this properly, I'm going to be giving away 2 yards of this is our saffia twill in blush, and so as you can see, it's super drapey, super light, perfect for those last 2 patterns that I mentioned. Yeah, so happy winter sewing. It was great to chat with you all, and looking forward to seeing what you're thinking of making. Bye!
Isn't that amazing? You guys, I have that fabric. That's the fabric that I ordered from her. It is beautiful. The drape on it is amazing. It is just so lovely. You guys will really, really like that. So in order to enter, what you need to do is comment below. Let me know what you're excited about making in 2018. And then you also need to click over and please join Michelle's newsletter. We're going to keep this one to North America. I don't do that very often, but I know you guys will understand, and there will be other giveaways coming up soon, I promise. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm actually going to be posting another video soon with all of my knitting news. So if you're interested in knitting as well, remember to have a look out for that. So if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It really does make a difference. And subscribe if you're new. I would love to share my sewing journey with you, maybe my knitting too, and maybe some upcoming travels. We shall see. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.